Okay, hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Dee. I am a 26-year-old college student currently in her junior year of college. This is my first time going to college. I'm currently studying linguistics and psychology, and it has officially been a full semester. My semester was up last week, and it is currently exam week, and it is currently 9:45 in the morning, and it is time for me to do some studying. So here's the thing. It's a Monday. I have an exam for all of my classes. I have so much to do. I want to do some studying, but today on Monday I have an appointment with a proctor for a book proctor room to go take some online exams. So let me give you a rundown of what my classes are really quickly so I can get into some studying. So first things first, I currently study linguistics, and then I plan to double major in psychology. And when I transferred from my original school over to UF, I decided I was going to do linguistics first and then go for a fall semester. Starting fall, I would start doing psychology. Even though psychology was my original route, I was like, okay, linguistics still works for me, and I already had the credits, so I was like, psychology. After linguistics. So I have 4 exams this week. Today, the main exams I want to get done are my abnormal psychology exam and my lab methods and psychology exam. So I currently take 2 psychology classes, mainly because first, when I started my linguistics semester, when I was speaking with my advisor, they were like, okay, to do the linguistics, you have to take intro to linguistics, and you can't do any more of your linguistics classes unless you take intro to linguistics. So intro to linguistics is my main class that I have to take currently. I can't really take any other class, so I was like, okay, what classes can I take? You can go ahead and take your other science. I'm also taking astronomy, and then I could also take the intro to linguistics class. Now, 3 out of 4 of my classes are online and not in person. My linguistics class is the only class I have in person, because those classes are my only classes that I have online. I have to take the exams online. I currently don't have a laptop. I don't have the money for that currently. So I usually use my Apple tablet, and then I have a keyboard to do all of my classwork. But to take my exams, I usually go on campus to go do a proctored exam. So I just use one of the on-campus computers, and I am able to take my exam in one of their proctoring cubbies, and then turn it in time, yada yada, so on and so forth. I have an appointment at 1 o'clock, and it is currently 9:45. So I'm going to sit here, eat my breakfast, and do studying. First, I want to do 2 things. So for a fact, I know that my online exam for psychology, not psychology, abnormal psychology, is open book or open notes. So all of that is open notes. That section of the exam is open notes, and it's only chapters 11. It's only sections 11 to 15. That's fine. So I can just go over those additional readings and those additional TED Talk videos really quickly, and then I can be able to use those notes from my exam. So I already have most of the notes from all of those, because I always take notes for my abnormal psych class. I don't take notes for my lab methods in psych class, but she has a practice exam, and I think the questions change each time, so it's better for me to do the practice exam, write down the notes for the practice exam, keep pushing. My astronomy exam is not due until Wednesday, but I can only hold 1 booking at a time, and I'll be there from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, so that's 3 hours that I could do all 4 of my exams, because I have to do a practice exam for abnormal psychology, and then the actual abnormal psychology exam, and then the final exam for lab methods in psychology. Okay. And if I can get it done in time enough, then I'll be able to do so on and so forth. So this can be good. So first things first, like I said, I want to go over some of my abnormal psych stuff and go over the additional readings and additional videos, and then we'll go over and take the practice exam a few times. So I think hopefully, I don't know if the exam is different each time. Hopefully it is. I don't want it to be like the same 6 questions, or the same 25 questions. And then for my astronomy exam, we're gonna either study tomorrow if I can. If not, then we'll do we may just wing the astronomy exam. We may just, if we have time, if I have time. If I don't have time, I'm not gonna try it because it's 2 hours and I don't have the money to pay for the booking overtime. So we're just gonna have to say, we're gonna have to attempt it. It may end up being that what it might end up being is that what might end up happening is I may just say, F it, okay? And go ahead and take the booking for really late on Wednesday night, which I don't want to do, but I may have to. So as soon as we're done with my 4 o'clock appointment, at 4 o'clock, I have to go book another room immediately. Okay, it's 9:50. Let's get into this. Okay, it's time for me to leave. I need to get to campus. It's currently like a little bit after 12:30, so I did about 10 minutes. I can be there as early as like 10 minutes beforehand. So I'm gonna head over. I have my headphones in. I'm gonna put my headphones in my bag. Keys. Water bottle. Let's go. is currently a little bit after 4 o'clock. I'm back at my apartment. I have taken a shower, and I made myself a sandwich. Yes, it's just in a Tupperware container because I was too lazy to get a bowl and this was already out. So I'm gonna eat this. I booked the Proctor room for Wednesday at 4:30. So I'll see you guys again probably Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm not doing anything. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I can't do it. I'm exhausted. My back hurts because of the chair that I was sitting in. I currently have problems with my lower back that I most definitely should probably see a doctor about, because after about an hour of sitting down, my back begins to hurt. But I honestly should probably be standing up more. I don't have a standing desk though, so that's kind of like fucked. But I should probably be doing some more workouts, which I'm planning to do sometime this summer, but right now I cannot. First of all, about exams, I'm not too upset about them. My grades dropped in both, but it wasn't anything too crazy. I'd probably check my lab methods and psych class to see what she considers a passing grade, because if it's not a C, then I don't know what to do, but so I came up with like a 77, so it'll put me at like a B in the class, so it's not bad. It'll put me at a B- in our class. Where's the syllabus at? Okay, no, it'll put me at a C+ in her class, because she has a 77 and up grading scale. 77 and up is a C+. So I have like a 77 in her class. I have a C+, which is fine. But I had to check because currently I also have a 77 in my astronomy class, but a 77, kind of almost a 78 in my astronomy class is a B-. So there's a difference in grading scales per class, but currently my grade went from an 85 to an 80 in abnormal psych, which is fine because it'll probably go back up when she drops our lowest exam grade, and then I have my lab methods and psych. That's not going to change because we only have one exam. I had the option to do a research project, but I couldn't do a research project because I didn't have the energy for it. If I would have gotten maybe 6 more questions correct, I would have passed with an 80, but a bunch of the questions that when I went over the questions that I got wrong, a lot of the ones that I missed, I had an answer and then I changed my answer. So I didn't check the ones for my abnormal psych class. I didn't care enough. The next exam that we have, like I said, is going to be astronomy exam on Wednesday, and then Friday we have our linguistics exam. So I'll probably see you Wednesday and Thursday and Friday morning, and then we'll close up the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces. Hi, good afternoon. So it is currently Wednesday. I am awake. I am getting ready for the day. Well, I'm ready for the day, honestly. It's currently 12:30. I don't have to leave here till 4, so we can be on campus at 4:30 for our astronomy exam. So here's the plan. Right now I'm about to eat my lunch. I have myself a nice sandwich. I wish I had some tomatoes. I don't have any tomatoes. I went downstairs and I got myself a Diet Dr. Pepper from the vending machines in our apartment building, just because I wanted that. And I'm so excited. I wanted caffeine, but I didn't want coffee. So I got Dr. Pepper. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so nice. That tastes so nice. Oh, it's so good. Huh. That just tasted so good. I know that people don't like Dr. Pepper or like Pepsi brand products, but I live on UF is a Pepsi sponsored campus, so it's very rare that you're gonna find any form of Coke anywhere, unless you go to like a grocery store or like a Wawa or something. But it's mostly Dr. Pepper here. So I have my caffeine. I'm gonna eat and relax until 1 o'clock. I'm going to lock in and get done and get all of the work stuff done. I need to grab my headphones. Where are they? There they are. 1 second. I need to charge my headphones for today. We're gonna do some studying now. I'm literally just in sweatpants and a t-shirt. I need to text my mother. But no, I'm about to sit here, eat, but we're going to do some studying. I'm going to go over the lecture videos and then see if there's like maybe like a informational about what I can expect on the exam. So we'll go and see if there is one, and then we'll watch the video, because what I did for my abnormal psychology, well, my lab methods and psychology class, is I watched the review video. She had a video that was specifically a review of what's all going to be on the exam. So there's that. And I've gotten most of my grades from both of my psych teachers in mostly. I'm waiting to see if my grade changes in my abnormal psych class, because I don't know if she's dropped that exam grade yet. I haven't seen my other teacher drop the exam grade in my astronomy class either. Sorry, that was weird English. But after that, we're going to come back. I'm going to probably hop in the shower, eat my dinner, go to bed. And then tomorrow when I get up, probably go at 1 o'clock to 4 again tomorrow, and we'll go over all of my linguistic stuff, because our exam is at 10 a.m. on, what day is that? On Friday. 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. on Friday is when our exam is. And I don't have to be on campus till 10 a.m. and then we'll be there for like maybe 2 hours. I won't be able to film any of that because I'll be in a class with other people, so I don't want to film those people in the class. But we'll go on to campus and I'll talk about the exam afterwards. So I want to eat. See you guys afterwards. Okay, it's later. It's officially 1:01. I checked my, what is this thing called, my Canvas, and there is no like study guide or anything. I don't know why I thought there would be. She's never given us a study guide. That motherfucker does not care. That teacher does not give a damn about us. But I am about to go over all 3 of my prior exams, because this is a cumulative exam, and kind of write down some things from each exam that I missed, so that I can go over them. The exam that we have is 68 questions, and it'll be 120 minutes, I believe, so a 2-hour exam. So I'm about to write down a few things. We're going to start with the first exam, modules 1 through 5, which I made a 38 out of 100. Keep in mind, I'm bad at astronomy, so I'm not too stressed about this exam because I'm kind of like predestined to fail. My grade has been fine. It's a grade that I can pass with, but it's still kind of like I want to try to make an attempt to do better than usual, so we'll see. Let's go. Okay, it is 3:20. I've gone over both the first exam and the second exam. I think I'm going to take a break until it's time to leave at 4 because I am exhausted currently. I have been writing for like 3 hours, and I've gone over both of the exams already, so I'm like I've been going over them, looking at like the questions that I got right versus the questions I've gotten wrong, looked at ones that I've gotten wrong and tried to like deduce what I've gotten wrong. Because sometimes a lot of the questions that I've noticed, I get like part of it wrong or part of it right, or the question or the answer that I pick will have almost the exact same wording as the answer I did, that as the answer that was correct, but like one section is off. That's my problem, is that I'm pretty sure I do them correctly, but I don't at the same time. But I'm going to chill out for a bit. I don't think I'm gonna rewatch any of the videos. Like I might just toss it up to chance at this point, but I'm thinking about once I get to campus, I might just sit on my computer and do some more going over the exams for another half hour before I begin my exam at 5. I'll probably begin my exam at 5, and then after 5, and after I finish the exam, we'll see what I made on it. So I think we're just going to wait for now, and then I might go over the exam just on my tablet instead of writing it down, and like go over each question and think about it and then go straight to the exam. because that may work too. So like going over it and writing everything down is helpful, of course, because it means I'm like able to take any information more. But we may just go sit for 30 minutes and go over all 3 exams, read through them, and like study which ones I've gotten wrong, because I have access to all 3. So that's what we'll do. It's not due to 11:59 tonight, but of course I need to go do it now. Today is the last day for this exam to be turned in anyways. So, scratch paper and calculators are permitted. Example. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna lay down for a bit because I am beginning to have a headache. It may be the caffeine or the fact that I just only have had a sandwich today, but I'll see you guys later. Okay, it's time for me to go. I'm ready to go. I think I'm gonna stop at the little convenience store on the way because I want a little something sweet, and I really want a chip. I want something to snack on while I'm taking this gosh darn exam. So I have the rest of my Dr. Pepper that I put in the freezer, so it's like slushy like because it's like hot outside, and then I have like my actual water bottle. So let's have. Okay, I'm obviously back at my apartment. My lips are dry. 1 second. I'm obviously back at my apartment. I am showered and cleaned because honestly I was really hot, really sweaty. Because that walk to campus was hot. And it's hot. There's a slight breeze, not enough of a breeze. It's currently 6:10. I, of course, didn't pass, but my grade went up in the class. I passed the class, so I currently have a B minus. So I'm chilling. I'm chilling and vibing. I don't really care. I'm about to chill out for the rest of the day and make dinner later. Probably around like 8. I'm gonna make dinner. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm currently waiting on a text message from my grandmother to see, because she asked me to go with her to Albany on Saturday, and I said sure, I'll come with you on Saturday after I talked to my mom, because I wanted to see what my mom was doing on Saturday just in case. And I was like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to just like show up at the house and just be there in their home when no one's home. I think I have my house key. Yeah, I have my house key, but I don't know what they would be doing. I don't want to disrupt their plans or anything like that. So I texted my mom, asked her. She was like, if you want to, you can come hang out with me for the day. I was like, cool, then I'll come. So I texted her. So I'm waiting for her to text me, and what she texts me and like how she's determining how she wants to go about going on Saturday will determine if I clean up tomorrow or if I clean up on Friday. Because if I clean up tomorrow, then we'll get started maybe a little bit earlier or later in the day for studying for the linguistics exam. Because I have a study guide for the linguistics exam, and we're going to compare the study guide with the answers, because he posted the answers, and then we're going to go over not the last exam, because all of our linguistics exams are on paper. I'll go over some of the quizzes that go along with the sections, because there's 4 sections. We'll go over all that tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is actually not Thursday. Actually tastes really good. That actually tastes good. That made me feel a little bit better. I am in a shitty mood. If you are coming from the summer plan with me vlog, then you've already seen part of my crash out, if not all of it. I'm awake when in fact I really want to be dead. But I did not study yesterday. I didn't have it in me. I was actually planning to clean yesterday. That didn't end up happening. I have a coffee, freshly hot. It is currently 8:40. We need to be leaving at 9:45 so I can get to campus so I can take this exam. It's from 10 to 12. I don't want to take too long on this fucking exam because I just want to leave. But I do have my coffee, so hopefully I'll feel better. My roommate woke me up at 5:30 in the morning, moving out. And as much as I appreciate the fact that she's fucking gone, she did in fact wake me up out of my sleep at 5:30 in the morning after not allowing me to sleep until like 2, almost 3 a.m. So I could be in a better mood. I could have more rest. But I don't. Ignore my bed. She's in the sheets are in the wash right now. I think I mentioned you guys that I'm going away for the week to go help my grandmother out with something. So I'm trying to get my sheets like cleaned and stuff beforehand. So there's that. But we do have the linguistics exam today. And before you go, well, you haven't studied much. Actually, I studied last week. I did a lot of studying last week for this exam because I was gonna do this. I was gonna start this vlog last week, but I didn't feel up to it. But our teacher offered us to be able to do a not extra credit, but it's a study guide for the exam. So I already have a study guide. I'll show it to you guys and we'll like go over it. Fuck. Sorry, my cereal is making noises in my ear. I got a study guide of literally the exam, like of the exam, like the questions that would be on the exam. They're not the exact same questions, of course, but they're set up the same way. So I have questions from the exam that will seem similar. I'm taking my highlighters and my pens with me so I can be able to highlight on the exam, but I am going to go over this. I also have the answers for it because he posted the answers. And then on Friday we had like a come if you want to kind of study session in class where he kind of went over all of this, thankfully. So we went over all of this in class and we talked about it. I was there for like over an hour and a half. We just were in there talking about the exam, talking about what will be on the exam, hoping to get to understand a good amount of this. And then he didn't offer any office hours after that, or I would have went earlier this week if he did. But I'm going to go over the final exam, like practice, and then I'm going to head out and leave. Thankfully, because I've already done this, I kind of understand the question and what it's asking. He's already told us that some of the stuff isn't even going to be on the exam, and it's going to be a lot easier. Like, he's given us the way more complicated versions of the exam versus like giving us something uncomplicated and then not complicated in the exam. Should take me about an hour and a half to finish, honestly, if I focus in. but I'm just gonna chuck this fucker. And it'll make me feel better. I may even come back and make another one when I get back from class. My stuff is currently in the dryer and in the wash right now. So I have to go film that video when I get back. And we'll talk about all of my exams, all the studying, because the summer is now over and I am officially the summer has officially started and I am officially done with the semester until I have to deal with this shit again. And how I feel at the end of the summer is going to be the determinant of whether or not I do a fall semester right now, or if I take a fucking break. But so exam time, let's lock in. I don't want to, but let's lock in. Okay, SP is VP, yes. TVNP agency. Ayo. For angry. Oh yeah, there's where it is. As you the first. Time to go to this exam. It's 9:45. Hello. It is 1:35. I am now home from said exam. I've already cried. It's my second time crying today. 8 down. Anyways, I sat in silence for an hour on my tablet, started crying, sucked it up. Might cry again later. Kind of just depends. I finished the exam. 7 minutes left on the exam. Before you ask, girl, how did you do? I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I freaked out that entire time. I sat there and I was shaking the entire time. I was like, either I'm about to bomb this exam or I'm about to do mediocre maybe. I didn't finish. The exam was 2 hours long. I used that 2 hours. I doubt that much of my handwriting is legible. I have had such bad anxiety recently that I can notice that my handwriting has heavily deteriorated over the past, honestly, just the past semester. I can barely write anything for long periods of time before I freak out. Is the light bouncing off my teeth right here? Or is that, what is that? Yep, that's the light bouncing off my teeth. Is it? Yeah, it's the light bouncing off my teeth. That's weird. But no. I finished the exam. I don't feel very confident in the exam. Just because I don't have the ability to feel confident in that exam at all right now. I took the exam. I didn't speed through it. I took my time. I promise you I took my time. I for sure know that I got a few of the questions right just because they were easy questions. Like one of the questions was like, oh, list the prefixes. Tell me what this prefix means. Okay, rewrite this sentence in the 2 ways that it can sound. The sentence was like, the enraged cow killed the man with an axe. And it was like, okay, the enraged cow either the enraged cow used an axe to kill the man, or the enraged cow killed the man that had an axe, that was holding an axe. Either way, it was just, that was like the basic forms of the sentences. And then I kept skipping ones that were like, okay, this is throwing me off. I'm just gonna skip this and keep pushing forward. I have no idea how I did on the last 2 parts of that exam, just because those last 2 parts of that exam were historical linguistics, and I'm not the best at historical linguistics. And then some of it was semantics and pragmatics, which I'm okay at semantics and pragmatics. I have a problem categorizing semantics and pragmatics, so I probably wrote down everything correctly, but when I went in to explain it is where I probably lost points. We'll find out. I don't know, before I post this video I'll probably get my grade back, and so I'll put it here. But on the exam, and then also the grade I got in the class overall. So overall, we're just kind of waiting to see if that grade comes back. He now has all of our exams, so if he starts grading today and this weekend, we could probably get our exams back by Monday, which I'm cool with, or sometime this weekend. I don't really care, but I think grades have to be in the grade book by Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure. I think it's Monday or Tuesday. And because this exam was not online, I don't get that feedback immediately. I have to wait while he grades them by hand. So there's that. This semester is officially over, and all I have to say is, what the fuck? This is honestly the worst semester I've ever had, ever. My grades were horrible. My attention span was in the dumpster. My mood overall was horrible, and every time I try to bring myself out of being in a fucking horrible ass mood, because I've made several attempts to better my mood and better my overall just feelings of anxiety, because if I'm anxious, I get depressed, and if I'm depressed, I get more anxious, and it's just kind of like this cycle. My mom literally gave me, she was like, here, try out my anxiety meds to see if it helps with your anxiety. It didn't. It would just knock me out. Her anxiety meds would just knock me out, or I would be overtly dizzy, even though I like kept trying, because it's like take 2 pills a day, and I would try and eat something while I'm taking it, or before, or not at all, just to see how it goes. And I did that for like a week. I took her meds for a week, and nothing helped. It was not helping with my anxiety, and overall it was just making me, it was just knocking me out, which I probably could just take it and knock the hell out, honestly, but her meds were taking me out. They were knocking me out, and I couldn't. I honestly probably need to get my own meds, but right now it is not the time. I don't have it in me to do anything but fall off a cliff and die. But the semester is officially over, and you would think I would be less anxious. I'm not, because I do have another semester that's coming up, so that's just raising my anxiety. I don't have the ability to focus on a lot of things right now, so everything is just what the fuck at the moment, because I'm just so exhausted. This semester was absolutely horrid. My grades sucked. My overall mood sucked. It was a lot. I have had way better semesters. Keep in mind, I had 1 class in person, 3 online. This is not the hardest that I've had it. Okay, I had 5 classes in person at one point. 5 classes in person, 3 classes completely online. In literally the state over from the school that I went to, where I would have to go find and get someone else to proctor my exams. And I had to pay to get my exams proctored. I had to pay $15 every time to go get my exams proctored for 3 classes. So yeah, no, this is not the hardest I've had it. I've had it way worse, but this right now, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, which is crazy to me, because 3 of the 4 classes I took were just expanding on information that I already knew. My psychology classes were just expanding on information that I already knew. So like, for example, my abnormal psychology class just gave us diagnostics and how to diagnose treatments that were for different illnesses that I already knew of that were in the DSM, because like your general psych just teaches you illnesses that are in the DSM, and then the overall like overarching category, and then the new class was subcategory. And I've also had a psychology research class, and my research and psychology class, the same one, was just that same exact thing, just expanded upon. Same for my astronomy class. Same exact idea, simply expanded upon. Okay, so like, you would think that this semester would be relatively easy for me, especially because I just finished my astronomy semester literally last semester. My astronomy semester was last semester. I had another astronomy semester this semester. But now I don't have it in me to be human enough to give a fuck anymore. And I think it just may be, overall, I feel like this place is sucking life out of me. This apartment building is sucking the straight life out of me. It's really bad. It's really bad. I hate being here. I hate it here so much. I have realized how much I hate this building. I hate where I am. I don't sleep. I'm not really eating much anymore. I am really not doing well. This is the point where I would check myself into a psychiatric hospital, but I have no money to do so. So guess what? We just don't have the vibe. We just don't vibe and call it a day. But I am officially done with my first semester at UF. This is my 6th semester of school. I have an associate's degree, okay? We are close to being effing done. The question is, before we are done, will I be done first? Everyone's saying your next semester will probably be better than this semester. It's just, you're just stressed as fuck right now. And I'm like, yes, but how do you know that this semester won't be 10 times worse? Everything right now is absolutely questionable. I don't feel great. I don't have the life for this right now. And this is honestly the worst I've felt in a while, in a long while. Because usually I'm able to regulate my emotions really well. Absolutely unable to regulate my emotions right now. Absolutely unable. I cry about a minimum of like twice a week. Just start tears. And it'll be just, it's just a mixture of shit too. It's not just school. It's pure exhaustion. Like, you can see the dark circles under my eye while looking at me. And it's really bad. My skin is breaking out. I feel like my hair is falling out. But I'm just overly stressed. And honestly, the question is, will the stress kill me before I get done? Maybe. But honestly, 0 out of 10 would recommend doing bullshit like this. But we're close to being fucking done, at least with our bachelor's degree. But this semester was not it. I hated everything about this. This was no fun. So we are now done with all of the school stuff for a minute until the summer is over. This is your last time seeing me do any study vlogs or anything like that. So we're going to spend the next 3 months relaxing, trying to make sure that my head stays on my body and not off of it. And I will see you guys next time. Hopefully I'm feeling better, because right now, currently filming a vlog that goes up before this. So we'll see if the one after this was doing any better. I doubt it. I'm filming literally next week. Yeah, I'm filming all next week. So we'll see. Eventually I'll look back at this video and be like, oh, she's so dramatic. She's fine. Or my family will look back at this video and be like, damn, this would go crazy at her funeral. Period. It down. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Let's hope moods are higher, brain cells are working, and energy is better. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.